Alright, what's going on, guys? So today, as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be talking about the One Piece Bounty Rush 5th anniversary. It's that time of the year again when we get the anniversary in OPBR, and this usually happens around the New Year's. So from January to February is when we get the full anniversaries in OPBR. Of course, we also have the half anniversaries that happen between June to July. During these times is when we get EX or Extreme characters, which are the highest rarity characters in One Piece Bounty Rush. If you played other gacha games such as Dokkan or Legends, you've probably heard of LRs or Ultra units. EX units are pretty much equivalent to that tier of characters in OPBR. With that being said, we have a total of 17 EX characters now in OPBR, most of which that came out during these anniversaries and half anniversaries, with the exception of 2 characters. These 2 characters are actually regular runner Yamato and also hybrid Yamato. So it's funny that both Yamatos were before the anniversary event dates, but we did get regular EX Yamato right before the 3rd anniversary on December 20th, 2021, and also EX Hybrid Yamato right before the 4.5 anniversary on May 17th, 2023. This time around, going into the 5th anniversary, we've pretty much been in the dark regarding what the EX characters could be, but they have finally decided to shed some light on us regarding the theme of the 5th anniversary. Before we dive deep into what the 5th anniversary EX units can be, let's talk about the history of anniversaries in One Piece Bounty Rush. Like I said, we do have a total of 17 EX characters now in OPBR, with the first ones being EX Blackbeard and EX Shanks that dropped for the 1st anniversary. Right after that, we got EX Big Mom for the 1.5 anniversary, which pretty much countered Blackbeard and Shanks, and you guys are going to see a little theme that goes on with these anniversaries, because on the 2nd anniversary we got EX Odin and EX Pirate King Gold Roger. Both these characters dominated during their time and they were the top meta characters to be using. However, half a year later, on the 2.5 anniversary, we got EX Akainu, who absolutely countered Odin and Roger and just destroyed, and then boom, he was the new meta. Fast forward to the 3rd anniversary, we got EX Defender Kaido and also EX Luffy. EX Luffy was a crazy time. I don't really like talking about it because, you know, those summons were kind of crazy, and he is still by far the most expensive EX character to drop in the history of Bounty Rush. Even with EX Luffy being the most expensive and most powerful unit during the 3rd anniversary, we fast forward to 3.5 anniversary and we get EX Zephyr and EX Film Red Shanks. So this was around the time when we got a bunch of movie characters in the game, and that was the whole theme for that half anniversary. And EX Shanks was the new face of OPBR, just destroying everyone and everything in his path. So you probably noticed the theme by now. We get pretty crazy characters for the full anniversary, and then during the half anniversaries we get characters that pretty much counter the anniversary characters that just came before them. On the 4th anniversary, which was our latest full anniversary, we actually got 3 EX characters for the first time, and that was EX Big Mom, EX Kaido, and also EX Zoro. All 3 of these characters were amazing, Big Mom being one of the best defenders and also a hybrid runner in the game. And then we had Kaido, who was and still is one of the best runners in the game out right now. EX Zoro was a bit unique because he introduced the color changing mechanism, where you could use his Ashura skill and change your colors if anyone hits you and becomes stronger than them. And lastly, we had the 4.5 anniversary, which was probably one of the biggest anniversaries and moments in OPBR, with the drop of Gear 5 Luffy. Of course, the hype for Gear 5 was insane, and he needed to come into the game, and we got a lot of new players into the game because of him as well. We also had EX Kid in Law, and I know the hype for Luffy kind of outshined them, but at the same time, these characters are one of the best, if not the best characters in the game, being insane runners. They can just capture flags while you're on it. You could switch between the 2, and they got invincible skills. They got a lot of damage for runners, and they're pretty insane characters. What I just described to you were the EX characters that dropped during the anniversary events, once. But like I explained earlier, we also had regular Yamato that dropped before the 3rd anniversary and hybrid Yamato that dropped right before the 4.5 anniversary. Moving on to the 5th anniversary, which is coming around January, we're going to be talking about which EX characters we should expect, and also talk about the latest information that we have gotten from Bandai regarding this anniversary. I expect there to be 2 or maybe even 3 characters that drop in January for the actual 5th anniversary. However, right before 5th anniversary, we will be getting a new EX on December 20th this year. The reason why I say this is because we are actually getting a producer letter on the 19th, 6 a.m. EST, which is going to be discussing some information regarding the new characters in OPBR. So as you can see by the producer letter thumbnail, we're getting Tana P here just doing his little pose. And also we have information regarding the theme of this anniversary, which is Land of Wano Arc Climax. This theme doesn't necessarily mean it has to be for the actual 5th anniversary. However, based on this information, we can make some predictions as to who the EX character will be dropping on December 20th, and maybe even some predictions about who will be dropping during 5th anniversary in January. Usually when I think about the word climax, I'm thinking about the peak moment that occurred during that arc. For me, the climax of the Wano arc was actually Gear 5 Luffy versus Hybrid Kaido, which was one of the craziest fights that happened in Wano. But we've already gotten Gear 5 Luffy in OPBR and also Hybrid Kaido. There's a possibility they might drop another EX Kaido or another EX Big Mom, because we also have Drunken Kaido, which was a crazy form of Kaido, and also Misery Big Mom, where she did the crazy 3000 Leagues of Misery skill, which was honestly kind of scary, but it was super cool to see that in the anime, and I could see another Big Mom with that skill. Climax can also be referring to something else, which is the final moments in Land of Wano arc, and as we all seen in the anime, that is when Green Bull pulls up to Land of Wano, and we also have Momonosuke who stops his reign of terror. So the EX character I believe that will be dropping on December 20th is actually going to be Green Bull. I know Green Bull definitely isn't a fan favorite just because how much of a suck up he is for Akainu, but I believe his powers, his Devil Fruit, and just the fact that he's a crazy admiral that we've finally seen after all the hype built up in the anime, I feel like he could be an EX character to drop on December 20th. I personally don't like Green Bull that much either, but his Devil Fruit is one of the coolest fruits I've seen. I really love nature type powers in anime, and with him having his tree fruit or whatever his Devil Fruit really is, I'm not too sure, but his skills such as Groves of Wrath, where he summons trees from the ground and could pretty much just hold people captured, just attack them with a bunch of branches and stuff and just do crazy stuff, kind of reminded me of Hashirama from Naruto, and I really like how he does that, and I could see that skill in OPBR for sure. If we follow along these lines, one would think that Momonosuke could also be an EX candidate for 5th anniversary in January, but I just don't feel like Momonosuke right now is at his full potential. Yes, he's got Kaido's Devil Fruit, which is the dragon fruit, and of course he's got Odin's gene, so he could be a crazy dragon wielding 2 swords, doing Odin Nitoryu and stuff, and just going crazy. But right now, Momonosuke is not at that potential. Of course, Momonosuke got that super powerful blast breath that Kaido did too. Or not. I'm playing. Momonosuke did pull it off eventually and also hit Green Bull pretty hard for it, but there's one character that actually finished the job in scaring away Green Bull, because Green Bull was about to just destroy everyone there in Wano that was left. But the final person who actually ended Green Bull's wrath was Shanks. That's right, I do believe Shanks could be a potential EX. I know we already have 2 EX Shankses in the game, that being Film Red Shanks and the original Blue Attacker Shanks that dropped for 1st anniversary, but both those units right now, as strong as they are, they're not as strong as they were when they first dropped, because Film Red Shanks has so many counters now. He's actually pretty hard to use in League Battle. And Blue Attacker Shanks, you could definitely pop off with him, but he's still the first EX that dropped in first anniversary. So even though Momonosuke could be an EX candidate, I feel like he's just not strong enough to be an EX right now. With that being said, I believe the EX in January could definitely be another EX Shanks, and he could be a defender this time because in the anime we see him scaring away Green Bull just with his hockey, and he did do some damage. Shanks was all the way over on his ship and he was able to send out the hockey all the way over to Green Bull and just damage him. I feel like that's a perfect skill to have in OPBR, where you could just be defending your own flags and then boom, you just hockey someone and help one of your teammates that's fighting a different enemy all the way across the map. Even though we already have 2 EX Shankses, I won't complain if we get another EX Shanks because I actually am such a big Shanks fan, and some people might be upset, but I would love to see another EX Shanks. It could make sense that we also get a new Blackbeard time skip version with his Gura Gura no Mi and also his Yami Yami no Mi, of course. And we have yet to see another Blackbeard in OPBR since the first one that dropped in first anniversary. I feel like this would go hand in hand with a Shanks release, just like how it did in first anniversary. We have seen Blackbeard in the anime right now and it's looking pretty crazy, so I don't know. I feel like we could see a EX Shanks and Blackbeard. There's also the possibility that the Land of Wano arc climax is just a theme for this pre-5th anniversary EX character. If that's the case, I could see some characters from Egghead dropping for the 5th anniversary, since Egghead arc will be airing in the anime on January 7th, according to the little trailer that they dropped. I don't want to spoil too much, but if we're going the Egghead route, I would love to see a special leopard from Cypher Pole, if that's possible. Bandai, that would be pretty dope. So with all that being said, my final predictions are going to be EX Green Bull dropping on December 20th, right before the 5th anniversary, and in January for the actual anniversary event we should be getting a EX Shanks and an EX time skip Blackbeard. I do see Momonosuke as a bounty fest or maybe a step up alongside these units when they drop in the 5th anniversary. And of course we have all the other candidates such as Drunken Kaido, Misery Big Mom, and all that good stuff that we could also possibly see during this anniversary. However, my final predictions are just like I said, but I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Definitely leave a comment with your predictions, and of course like the video if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you're new, join the Discord, of course, all that good stuff. I will be live streaming the producer letter on the 19th, 6 a.m. EST, so stay tuned for that. We'll be live on YouTube, and I hope to see you guys there. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next live stream or video. Peace.